What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Once again, back here on Madden 26, here for another rebuild back in the NFC, and quite possibly we are rebuilding the worst team in the NFL. That, of course, is New Orlean Saints. Let's go ahead, jump in, and rebuild the 0-2 New Orleans Saints in Madden 26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs, so if you are new around here and want to help us reach that, that would be awesome. So, like I said, the Saints find themselves at 0-2. Kellen Moore has taken over as the head coach, and here's what they are looking like. So, how do we even get here in the first place? Obviously, they had the Drew Brees era there, and then Derek Carr takes over, or there's probably some in between there, but Derek Carr takes over, he retires, and now we're with Tyler Shugg and Spencer Rattler as your quarterback room, which obviously doesn't feel too grand. And then you have Chris Olave, you have Kamara, who's been here for quite some time now. Brandon Cooks is back in New Orleans now. Juwan Johnson, here's your offensive line. Shaheed's a fun piece. Defensively, you have like Demario Davis and Reed, and there's some things I like here, but for the most part, when you look at this team, you're kind of aware that it's just ultimately not a good roster, and there's a lot of work that needs done with this team. So we're gonna go ahead, simulate the rest of year one. Obviously, expectation is that we are gonna be really bad. Does Tyler Shugg ever get I think it's how you say his last name, does he ever get a start this year? I'd imagine he probably does. Right now they're going Spencer Rattler, but yeah, I think eventually Tyler will start. And honestly, we could probably just go ahead and start him right now. At least he's the rookie and the unknown. Spencer Rattler did play a little bit. Can't remember if this is year 2 or year 3 for him, but regardless, they've seen him play. Tyler, they have not seen play regular season game just yet. So we're going to go ahead, go with him, leave things the way they are right now. And of course, we got to reset the Saints. They're just not a good team at the moment, and there's going to be quite a work to be done in this video. Ultimately, we're on the goal of resetting this roster and getting them to the Super Bowl eventually. And of course, to no one's surprise, we finish up at 3-14 in the season. The Chiefs beat the Bucs in the Super Bowl. Leo Chenal was your Super Bowl MVP. Todd Bowles, Coach of the Year. Puka is your Offensive Player versus Defensive Player. So 2 players on the Rams get the Offensive Defensive Player of the Year. Cam Ward gets Offensive Rookie, and Jalen Walker got Defensive Rookie. We take a look at the player stats. Offensively, 31st NFL. Again, we just were not a good team, which was to be expected. Defensively, 29. So bottom of the barrel on both sides. Power did throw for 18-8, which I guess is okay. Could be worse. 6 touchdowns, 1,000 yards from Alvin Kamara, 981 yards from Olave, 841 from Rashid Shaheed, 500 for Brandon Cooks, 500 from Juwan Johnson, and 300 from Alvin Kamara. As far as sacks are concerned, you had 10 from Carl Granderson, 4 from Brian Bresee, 3.5 from Vernon, and then 1.5, and then interceptions. We only had 4 interceptions total from these 4 guys. So, like I said, overall, just not a very good season. So let's go ahead and get straight into the re-signing stage with our $118 million in cap space. I would have to imagine there's going to be quite a bit of movement this offseason for us. So Rashid Shaheed, probably going to let him go. Julian Blackman, I'm going to let go. Brian Bresee, I'm a 5th year. I'm going to accept him for now. Alontae Taylor, I'm going to let go. Trevor Penning, I'm going to let go. There's going to be a lot of player movement, I will say. I'm open to trading pretty much anybody and getting as many draft picks as possible because there is a lot of work to be done on this team. And we're nowhere near contention at the moment. So that is going to be the plan. I'm even open to trading Chris Olave. I'm just doing whatever we can to, like I said, get as many draft picks as possible. So O-line, I think, is fine. I don't think I'll touch the O-line for the most part. But like AK and Olave, Cooks probably wouldn't be worth too much. They did just get Jalen Polk as well in a trade not that long ago. So that one kind of intrigues me. I thought he'd be a really good player out of Washington. Hasn't done too much just yet. And they also traded for Vele. So Bailey and Polk, I'm intrigued by. Let's see if they become something for us. But defensively, Chase Young is also here. It looks like Cameron Jordan may have retired on us. We may even trade Justin Reed. So I think those are going to be the guys I'm looking at. Reed, Olave, and Kamara. Try to trade all 3 of those guys and get as many draft capital as possible. I like Olave, but I think it's going to be a while before we're good. And I think getting something for him while he's in his prime probably in our best interest. I think we're going to be doing this trade with the Carolina Panthers. We'll be sitting Justin Reed over for Jonathan Brooks and getting a 4th and a 5th off the Panthers here to see if we can make them accept this. And they do. Fellow division rival trade. Kind of rare, obviously, but Brooks is someone who has not been able to stay healthy in Carolina. We're about to have an empty backfield potentially if we do trade Kamara, which I think I will. So that's why we're getting Jonathan Brooks to potentially be our new starter at the running back spot. Seeing if we can make him something here in New Orleans. Not a bad start. Next is Alvin Kamara. I'm going to see if I can get 2 third-rounders off the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they will accept that. So far, so good. We trade Justin Reed. We trade Kamara. We've collected 4 new draft picks and a young running back. Next is the Grand Slam, that being Chris Olave. I don't know if Chris Olave would be worth a first, but I'm going to try to get a first for him because I think it'd be nice if we had an extra first in this draft. And I don't even know if Kamara would be worth this either. These aren't the most realistic trades, don't get me wrong. But Madden's trade finder is even more unrealistic. So these are a little bit more conservative, I would say. This is the trade. I'm going to be sending Chris Olave to the other conference, to the Buffalo Bills, and he gets to go play with Josh Allen. We get their 26th overall pick in this draft. So it's a late first, but we get a first for Chris Olave. To me, that feels good. We collect extra draft capital, which is what I wanted to do. So yeah, we blow up some positions. Don't get me wrong. That was kind of what I was planning on doing. But Jonathan Brooks is going to be our new starting running back. We have Brandon Cooks, of course, still at wide receiver, and Jalen Polk and Vele, which, like I said, I'm intrigued by Vele and Jalen Polk to see if they can become anything for us this season. Brandon Cooks, obviously not so much. He might be somebody I'd be willing to release if we save money. Yeah, I'm just going to release Brandon Cooks because I don't feel the need to play him at all this year. So he's going to be gone. So it's going to be Polk, Vele, and then whatever wide receiver we're bringing after that. O-line to me is looking still fine. Juwan Johnson is still fine. Defensively, you know, we're going to add as much as we can in free agency. We have money, and we'll see what pops up when we offer some contracts and who's here. Probably be going after some younger players, and we'll see what we can get. We only got 3 offers going here in free agency. Nothing too crazy, but I'm after Jaquan Brisker, Tevin Jenkins, and Dax Hill. So I think we'll get Dax Hill, but I don't know about the other 2. We'll obviously be in contention or I guess bidding war with these other 2 teams. But if I get 2 of the 3, I'd be fine with that. Let's see if we get 2 of the 3. We only get 1, so we only get Dax Hill, which is fine. I'm going to see if there's another guard star I can find just for now. I just need somebody to be there kind of right now. So I'm going to give Ben Powers a 1-year deal. And we might still draft a guard as well, but I wanted to address that at least, which he may not even choose us either. And we're going to be in a bidding war with the... Yeah, we do get him. So Ben Powers chooses us, so that gives us another starter. Will we be drafting a quarterback in this draft? That I don't truly know. We have the 2nd overall pick, but we have a left guard starter now, which feels good. We definitely want to walk away with at least 1 wide receiver. Defensively, we probably need to draft a, I guess, a strong safety, maybe potentially another D tackle. So a lot of things to attack, but I feel like we have the ammunition to attack anything. Let's go ahead, jump into this draft, and add some young pieces to this core. So here we are at the top of the board at the 2nd overall pick, and there is some quarterback options if we want to take a QB, which I don't know how strong this quarterback class is in 2026. To me, I don't think it's the strongest at all. But there is a couple options here. We can get Garrett Nussmeier, which feels pretty good. Obviously, he is a... well, he just went to LSU in New Orleans. So that is why I kind of like the idea of taking Nussmeier at the 2nd overall pick. I have no idea if he will even be this good enough to take a number 2. But I really don't want to roll out Rattler and Tyler Shogg next year. So I am going to go ahead and get quarterback out of the way to start things off. And now we have that pick that we got from the Bills here at 26. Let's see if we can nail both our first rounders, hopefully. So we have Denzel Boston or Jordan Tyson. We have a running back in Jeremiah Love, which I wouldn't hate that as well. We just brought in Brooks, but having Jeremiah Love, Brooks as a running back room, I would like. So I am going to go ahead and take Jeremiah Love here with the 26th pick and have a quarterback and running back duo run this team. So 94 speed Jeremiah Love. I love that. I just brought him in a recent video, and he was amazing. So now for our early 2nd round pick, let's see what we can get here. And hopefully we can end this off. So Denzel Boston was someone I was looking at all these guys in round 1, and they're all here in round 2. So we will more than likely be taking a wide receiver here, but it's just a matter of who has the elite speed, and that's probably who we'll land on. It looks like we will be landing on Zachariah Branch. He's the one with the elite speed here. So welcome to the New Orleans Saints, Zachariah Branch, 23 in true value, drafted 34. So far, we got our quarterback, we got our running back, and we got our wide receiver. In round 3, I'm going to be probably primarily focused on the defensive side of football. So the first one here is going to be Tim Keenan III, our early round 3 here. He's going to be our first 3rd round pick, 117 true value, drafted 66. Only normal dev, so maybe a little bit of an L to start things off, but not bad. I'll at least take that. I will next be taking Tyreek Sapp here, left edge rusher. So we'll bring him in as another depth piece, 111 true value. But this one is hidden dev. We have one more round 3 pick. And I do have a couple guys in mind. Like Eli Stowers has been sitting on the board, and I wouldn't be opposed to that if we wanted to take him here. So Do I take Eli Stowers, or is he gone now? He might be gone. I don't see him anymore. He might have been drafted. So, and then the other one, we got King Mack out of Penn State. And then we have John McDonald down the board as well. So I know we need a strong safety. Not Christian Gray, sorry. But I know strong safety is something I will definitely be kind of considering here. So King Mack out of Penn State. We'll probably end up taking him with the elite speed. So welcome. That will be the end of our draft. So 83 in true value, draft at 87. Feels like a damn good pick. Only normal dev, but man has 98 speed. So that feels good. And I like how our draft went. So I will see you guys with the lineup going into year number 2. Obviously, still a lot of work to be done, but I felt like this was a pretty good offseason nonetheless. So going into year number 2, we're an 80 overall with an 81 offense and a 79 defense. So we take a look at our roster as constructed at the moment, what the lineup's going to look like. Of course, we have Garrett Nussmeier under center. We got Jordan Brooks and Jeremiah Love. I mean, I'm actually thinking that I'm going to start Jeremiah Love. I want Brooks to be involved too, but Jeremiah Love, I think, is going to be a little bit better here. Branch at wide receiver 1. Polk, you got Vele. You got Banks, Powers, McCoy, Ruiz, and Fuaga, Juwan Johnson. And then defensively, we got Sanker, Granderson, Stutzman. We have Sapp behind Chase Young, Pete Werner, King Mack, and then McKinstry, Keenan III, and then Brissy, and then Dax Hill and Riley. So not looking too bad. I'm also going to be running the Saints playbook still because I feel like, you know, obviously I was going to say, I was going to say that Kellen Moore's offense should be good, you would think. So I'm running Saints playbook once again on offense to see if maybe last year was just because of the lack of talent that we had. Don't get me wrong, our talent still isn't the greatest, but I'm hoping for a better season than 3-14. We've gotten better, I feel like, but I still don't think we're a playoff team just yet. But hopefully there is some improvement shown here. That's what I need to see. That's what I want to see. So at the end of season number 2, we end up going 11-6, which feels pretty good, all things considered, on where we were at just a year ago. So I was not expecting to make the playoffs this soon, but we sure did. Also ran Saints offense, so I have to assume we were pretty good there. But offensively, 30th in the NFL. So actually not the case. We were not good on offense. Defensively, though, we were 12th in the NFL. So we had 21 and 10 from Nussmeier, so that's still not horrible. We'll take that. 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards from Jeremiah Love. Branch was 780 yards, 750, and then 500 from Polk, 600 from Juwan Johnson. So, yeah, I'm not loving this offense playbook so far, so it might be something we change. We have 13 sacks from Chase Young, which, you know, is great to see. I have a Chase Young jersey in my closet, probably the dumbest purchase I've ever made. I don't know why I bought it. I should have just went with McLaurin back then, but I decided to choose Chase Young. That's just me ranting as Commanders fans right now. But Sanker, King Mack, McKinstry with 2, 3 from Stutzman, and 5 from Dax Hill. I also have a Jaden Daniels jersey, so technically I made up for it, but whatever. So we get to play this 49ers in round 1, so this will be an interesting matchup. Let's see if we can't win. Now, I am concerned about my offense going into this, but we have a home game, so we'll see what happens. At the Caesars Superdome here, but this is already a win if we lose. Like, the fact that we're even here already is kind of interesting to me, and I have a feeling it's probably not going to go well based off how bad our offense was, but maybe our defense keeps us in the game, and we do tie it up, so maybe I shouldn't doubt us too much. And we will get some points before half, but the Niners are going to make it 17-10, and we will get a field goal. Do we take the lead here, though, in the 4th quarter? No, we do have a chance right now, though. 1:23 left in the game. You know, I wouldn't hate winning a playoff game here for the Saints team, so this is kind of early in the video to be doing this, but we have a chance to go win the game. I'm going to try here, so let's see if we can't get a nice run play. I could have cut that to the left, but whatever. So, Love is having a good game on the ground so far. So definitely got to keep that in mind. But let's see if we can't get a nice... Ooh, Love is going to have a really nice first down for us. We'll take that, get out of bounds. So reset the chains again. Overall, a great game. This playbook is really interesting so far. I have not used a lot of these plays, I will say. So... Branch does have the elite speed, so I dare them to leave him one-on-one. I dare that safety to leave and come up. He's not going to, though. That makes sense. I was literally just staring down Juwan Johnson. He was just covered, so I took a sack. But it's better than me forcing that to Juwan Johnson, so I'll take it. Okay. Again, I'm going to be daring that safety to leave Zachariah. I didn't get it off, but can someone come back to the ball? No. 3rd and 22. Okay. So I may have sold this to happen, but we do have 2 chances to get a first down. And I just held the ball way too long there. So let's see if we like anything here. It's going to take some yards here. break the tackle, and I will get 4th and 12. We'll call our first timeout. So we obviously need a big play here to convert this first down, and we'll see if we can make it happen. So Juwan Johnson, I'll be looking for you in the middle, and I think he's going to be open if this is a good throw, and it's just not. 1st and 10. It had a chance. Unfortunately, we're going to lose the game. So 13-17 loss to the 49ers. Maybe I should have just let the AI figure it out for us, but that had a chance for a first down, and I had a feeling it wasn't going to be a good throw. But all right, let's go ahead, get into the offseason. It's amazing that we were going to hear this early anyway, and maybe we can be a team that's interesting next year as well. $139 million in cap space, 10 players to talk to. We got Fuaga, which we're going to accept that 5th-year option. Condre Miller, probably let him go. I will let him go, and he was one of our, I think I'm cool with letting basically everybody walk here other than maybe our kicker and then our punter. That way we don't have to worry about that. So I'll bring those guys back. Other than that, though, I think we're going to kind of maybe get younger at those positions that are be leaving us. So Devon is going to be leaving us, and then, yeah, so I'm cool with that. So let's go ahead, get into the lineup as well. We haven't really looked to see what that's truly looking like. So if we take a look at our lineup, and here's what we got going on. So as far as offense is concerned, Love did get a superstar dev, which is great. Offensive line, that's one thing I haven't had to worry about in this video, which is kind of awesome. We have Coleman as well with Brooks and Jeremiah Love. So we are deep at running back. Nussmeier, 82 overall. So yeah, I feel good. Probably need to bring in another wide receiver, maybe a left guard as well. But on the defensive side of the football, Stutzman is developed really nicely. We need new D tackles. Dax Hill is already superstar dev. So we got our corner 1, which feels good. So yeah, this team is developing a little bit better than Mac also got a star dev as well. So not bad. I actually gotta be really happy with how this video has gone so far. Based off the talent level that we had at the beginning of this. So it feels like we have a starter at a lot of positions, which is wild. I thought I'd be replacing a lot more. Now, Juwan Johnson is somebody I would like to be the tight end too. Maybe we get a little bit faster there or younger there at tight end. But yeah, let's go see what weapons or anything available in free agency. We have a ton of money to work with, so let's try to take advantage of this. So unfortunately, there isn't a good wide receiver, a good tight end in this free agency class, but there is some good defensive players. So here is what we're after. Brian Branch, who has a ton of interest in coming to New Orleans. I mean, I can't say no to that. I like that we just drafted King Mac, but adding Brian Branch to this team obviously be awesome. I'm going for Wilkins and Grover Stewart as well. Don't know if they'll choose us, but if we can get these two on the D-line, that would obviously be great too. And then one other thing we could go after, of course, is a starting guard. So we got Evan Brown, or we could go for Elton Jenkins and move him to guard as well. There's Osiris Torrance as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to go after Elton Jenkins as well. Might as well go for that. He's the best O-lineman in the draft, or sorry, in free agency. So we'll see if we get him, and we'll move him over to guard. So Branch, Wilkins, Jenkins, and Stewart. I'm hoping to get at least 3 of the 4, and we get 2. Branch does not choose us, but we get Grover Stewart, we get Jenkins. So, I mean, Branch wasn't necessary. It would have been awesome, though. He does choose our fellow division rival, which feels bad. I mean, it looks like the Rams were in on him, too, and he didn't even choose them. So, interesting. We could go for Leonard Williams as well, but we got our guard and we got our D tackle. I think I'm going to have to hit wide receiver and tight end in the draft. I'm hoping to get tight end in the draft early. That's the one position I truly want to replace in the worst way possible. So I'm going to be moving, like I said, Elton Jenkins to left guard, and then wide receiver and tight end, like I said, is something I will definitely be looking for in the draft. And if I don't like anything, I mean, it would be kind of crazy, but we could quickly go ahead and make a trade if we wanted to be that aggressive too. But yeah, O-line's looking pretty damn good. I like what we got going on there. Wide receiver, tight end, like I said, is the position that I'm like, okay, that could be replaced a little bit. Maybe even D tackle as well. So let's go ahead, jump into that draft, and let's see if we can hit all those positions on draft night. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a good pick to take like a Ryan Williams or a Jeremiah Smith, but we should have a decent pick still. So I'm looking at the tight end spot here to see what we got. So we got Luke Haas out of Ole Miss. We got Lawson Lucky out of Georgia. Speed great. So it looks like either one of these guys would be pretty good to take. I'm going to take Luke here. A deep route. Speed is great. So welcome to the Saints, Luke. He's going to be 29 true value, drafted 24, 86 speed, hidden dev. But like I said, that was one position I really did want to replace was our tight end spot. I felt like it was really necessary to do that. So in round 2, I'm hoping to get whatever D tackle or wide receiver I can find. So Ryan Wingo feels like a fine pick. We just go with him out of Texas. So B release, speed's elite. Yeah, I'm sold already. So Ryan Wingo, welcome to the Saints. 69 true value, drafted 56, 96 speed. So we have Branch and Wingo now, who are both super fast, which feels good. So we should be a vertical threat team. And then, like I said, if I can finish this off with a good D tackle, we could be a sneaky contender next year. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be that fast, but there's Donovan Hinnish out of Notre Dame. I want some depth here, so it's going to take him. He may not be the best pick, but wow, horrible pick, but he's going to be depth nonetheless. But all right, let's go ahead, get into the lineup going into year 3. We made the playoffs already last year, so this year I'm hoping to make it again, but this time maybe be a sneaky contender. Might be a little too early for us, but we were already in the playoffs last year. So going into this season, we're an 83 overall with an 85 offense and an 81 defense. So here is what the lineup is going to look like going into season number 3. So of course, Nussmeier, understand with Love, Zachariah Branch, Jalen Polk, and Vele. And then we have Ryan Wingo as well. Obviously, the new addition, the shiny new toy, is going to be Luke at the tight end spot, which I'm excited about him. Defensively, we got Keenan, we got Stewart, got Bercy, we got McKinstry, Mack, Pete Werner, Stutzman, Granderson, Chase Young, and then Sapp as well. So I feel good about what we have going on here. So I did change our offense playbook to the Giants playbook because our offense has not been good in this video once. And is Wingo going to play slot or is it going to be someone else? So it's going to be Vele. So it looks like Wingo may not play this year, which is fine. We have Brent. Actually, I'd like to see him play since he is hidden dev. We're going to throw him at wide receiver 2. It looks like Vele might get the run at the slot over Jalen Polk, which I guess is fine. All right. Let's simulate this season. We were just in the playoffs last year. Will we make it this year again? I'll find out. So at the end of this season, we finished up at 10-7. We don't win our division this time, but we did make the playoffs, which I guess feels still solid to be in that, conversation. So the Falcons looks like they won our division. So let's see where they finished. So they were 10-7, so we tied with them. So we're the 5th seed. So take a look at the stats. Offensively, 14th NFL, which is probably the best we finished at so far in the video, and defensively 24th. So you had 24-9 from Nussmeier. You had 6 touchdowns, 1,100 yards from Jeremiah Love. Branch did have his first 1,000-yard season. So did Vele, and Ryan Wingo wasn't bad whatsoever. Luke with 500 yards. Defensively, sacks-wise, Carl Granderson with 14, 6.5 from Stewart, and 6 from Chase Young. Interceptions, we had 2 from Riley, 2 from Stutzman, 1 and 1. Okay. So it looks like we didn't turn over the football that much, but deflections, which some I don't look at very often, 10, 9, 5, 5. So quite a few. And then what about forced fumbles? We had, let's see, 4 as well all season. So we didn't turn over the football that much, which is usually not good. But all right, let's go ahead, jump in and play the Atlanta Falcons and see if we can't take out our fellow division rival. So here we are at Mercedes-Benz Stadium going up against the Atlanta Falcons as it looks like the Falcon is dropping in from the rafters. Let's see how this is about to go. So we start off with the ball here and we will go down and go up 7-0, but the Falcons match it. And we will, okay, I thought we were about to score there again, but we did not. We score this time though, it's 14-7. And now for hopefully a 21-7 lead, which we do happen to get. It's 21-14. Can we go score again to put this game away? Yes, we can. The Falcons will score. There's only 19 seconds left. They have no timeout. So just like that, we will take out our fellow division rival, the Atlanta Falcons, in wildcard weekend. So we get our first playoff win of the video over our division rival with Garrett Nussmeier. So now let's go ahead, get into the divisional round. As I mentioned, we could be a sneaky team this year, a team that nobody wants to play. Already shown an example here. Hopefully we continue this momentum in the divisional round. And now to head out to Levi Stadium. We just played this team last year in the playoffs, and we could have won there at the end, I feel like, but obviously I kind of choked it away, did not play well on that drive. So George Kittle has got the Niners getting ready for this playoff game. We start off with the ball here, and there's players stuck on the field, which is weird. Are you guys seeing that, or am I crazy? So 0-0, and yeah, so far no one scored until now. Those guys are just frozen. They can't move. But our defense is playing well so far, despite those guys distracting me right now. Don't let that distract you from the fact we're up 7-0. And oh my gosh, we could actually put this a game away here. So those players are probably gone now. But right around 12, they have, or we have the ball. I mean, if we just put this game away, we might be punching our ticket to the NFC Championship game. So our defense is balled out. Our offense obviously hasn't done too much. We're only up 7 right now. But let's see if we can't get something going here. Not going to gain much at all on that one. The Saints will call their first time out. So now it's time to get probably a little bit more aggressive here. So let's see if we can't get a first down. We got Wingo and we got Branch on the outside. 2 very fast players. Those guys are still on the field, by the way. Oh my gosh. I looked up and got distracted. Those guys are still there. I just noticed that. Okay, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the game. They're still there. That's actually wild. You know, that's a crazy glitch. But okay, like I said, let's not worry about it. Imagine those guys like intercept me as I throw the ball downfield, even though they're not supposed to be there. That'd be wild. Okay. I might have a first down if he could beat him. Yes, Wingo is fast enough. That guy. Can I run into him? Regardless, we got the first down. 133 yards, and we got the first down. First and 10. Looks like that first guy is gone, but there's a guy still down there. Okay, interesting. Now we can run the ball. So let's run the ball here. Nice gain from Love, and he is going to get us probably basically close to this being the ball game. 2nd and 2. What I want to do is I want to gain 1 yard here and not get the first down. And now the guy is offside, so they should give us an automatic first down, right? It should be an automatic first down. So, like I said, I wanted to get stuffed here because I want to take this 2-minute warning, and then I wanted to get the first down. So, 2-minute warning. We need 1 first down. This game is over. So, 3rd and 2, and now it is time to see if we can get this first down with Mr. Jeremiah Love, which is the hope here. So, I'm going to just give him the ball, and hopefully he gets it. So, this is going to be the formation we're in. See if he gets the first down run. And that is going to be, oh my gosh, might be able, no, not going to house it. But that is your ball game. We're going to beat the 49ers 7-0. Despite them having more than 11 players on the field, we still will beat them. And look, this guy's offsides again. But all right, guys, let's head to the NFC Championship game. It is awesome that we're already here, but that's how good this team has been so far. Now we head to MetLife, playing the New York Giants. So this should be an interesting game here because, like, obviously the Giants are a team that you wouldn't expect to be here either. And we're the Saints, and no one's I didn't expect to be here this soon either. So let's see how it's about to go. They got Jackson Dart starting under center, it looks like. They're up 7-0 already, but we do match it. And this might be a shootout, as hopefully, no, we don't match it. But we do get a stop there, get another stop. We need to go tie it now, and we will. 14-14. Defensive, we get a stop. Can we go score on this drive? We will go up a field goal. We got a fumble recovered by Carl Granderson. We only have 2 timeouts, so I think this game is over. And we are going to win 17-14 in the NFC Championship game. And wow, what a fumble recovery by Carl Granderson to force that. And we're headed to the Super Bowl already in this video, which is kind of crazy. But that is how quick the turnaround has been. So let's get into the Super Bowl. Let's see who's in front of us there. And we'll see if we don't win the whole entire thing. And now for Super Bowl Sunday, as we have 2 LSU quarterbacks going at it. Joe Burrow versus Garrett Nussmeier. This should be a fun one. Bengals, Saints. Let's see how this is about to go. They got Jamar Chase. We have Zachariah Branch. We got Joe Burrow and Garrett Nussmeier here. We start with the ball here in Miami. And it is going to be a 0-0 ball game so far. We go up a field goal. Defensively, they're playing super well so far, but it's only a matter of time before the Bengals probably get back in this game. They still have not scored at this point. Can we please go up 10-0? There's 16 seconds left in the second quarter. I mean, I'm going to see if we can't get a field goal at least here because, I mean, we're in a position to take control of this game if we can just get something going here. So, if they're going to leave this corner out open to Juwan Johnson, I'd be very happy about that, but let's see if we can't get anything else. So, I'm going to give Zachariah Branch a chance one-on-one. Does he finally? No. Intercepted. Okay, well, just that could be... Wow, this could be bad. They're going to get a field goal out of this. I just let them tie the game before half. Took a shot, and that didn't work out. And now they're up 10-3. So the momentum is in there, but we do tie it. It's 13-10 now in the fourth quarter. And defensively, we get a stop. Okay, so I got to make up for what we've done in this video so far. We have messed up multiple times, but here we go. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. We have 1 timeout remaining. We have the 2-minute warning. So let's just start with a run to Jeremiah Love, and he is going to get us a nice little gain there. 2nd and 5. He's only ran for 5 times in this game, which is wild to me, but that's what's happened. So 2nd and 5. Let's run the ball again on them. Another nice gain, but I would obviously love a first down. I think I'm just going to run it right back there again. I mean, it's been open, so didn't get quite the penetration I wanted, but this time we will. First down. Okay. And then let's go play action. Let's just keep going fast here. Let's see if I can't get them on a play action play here. Let's see if I can get Branch a nice play here. Okay. And he is open. There's a lot of traffic there, though. And that didn't quite get to him. 2nd and 10. He was open, but like I said, guys ran into each other there. Maybe it should have been a pass interference. I don't know. But all right. And again, Branch might be a one-on-one. I'm going to keep looking that way all the time. But let's just take the free yards. Can I get upfield? Yes. And thankfully, Logan Wilson is really slow, or that would have been a easy tackle for him to make. But all right, 2-minute warning time. And we're not even stopping. Okay, we're going straight for it. Let's put the ball back in Jeremiah Love's hands. Not going to get a lot here. 2nd and 9. Got to go fast. I mean, at least what we do have is the ability to tie the game. So at least we have that. But obviously, I'm looking for more. I want to win this game and put this away. So, and I did have a first down there. 3rd and 9, but didn't quite get there. Okay. We got Branch on a route, but I don't really like that. Let's see if we can't get something here. So I'm just going to get these free yards with Jeremiah Love and go for it on 4th and 2. So 47-yard line. We need a first down. So let's see what we like here. Slants. I'm going to go slants here, and I'm definitely going to be looking for our tight end in the middle. Hopefully he's wide open. So that's what I wanted. First down. Okay. We still have 1 timeout remaining, but we reset the chains. Now we can kind of focus on taking shots down the field again. All right. They're on their heels. They're on their heels. Luke. Oh my gosh. The pressure is getting there. I don't really have a lot of time to throw the football, which sucks because I feel like we have a decent O-line. It's just not really paying off so far. Okay. 5 wide right now. Oh my gosh, he's open. Hit him, please. There we go. Splitting the middle. They're going to tackle me, though. 1st and goal at the 8, and that was wide open, which was what we wanted. So finally, we get a big chunk play. And here we go. Now it's time to see if we don't take the lead here. So there's going to be 48 seconds left. Now, of course, it's Joe Burrow and the Bengals on the other side. So I like to not leave them with a ton of time, but we also need to score when we can. So I'm just going to score with 41 seconds left. They need a touchdown. I think we jump in on defense and try to put the game away. 17-13. They want us to blitz. I'm not going to do that against Joe Burrow. I feel like he might make us pay for that. So we're just going to simply come out and cover 3 to start things off. I want to use her Stutzman, I guess. Obviously, Jamar Chase. The slot's a little scary. They do have all 3 timeouts as well. They're going to run the football. And man, that could have gone a lot. That could have been even worse than what it was. They really want us to blitz or just play man coverage, which I feel like is a bad idea. So I'm not going to play man coverage personally. Let's, are they going to run the ball again? They are. Okay. So they're already getting some really nice chunk plays. So, man, that's not good. Not good. So they're already on our side of the field by just simply running the football, which is not what I expected them to do. They have 1 timeout remaining. No. Okay. Okay. You can waste your timeout on that. That's fine. So 24 seconds left. All right. We just need a stop, man. I mean, they're going to have a couple shots, of course, at it, but let's see if they get something going. Duvernay is superstar dev for them or something? That's weird. Crazy. But I'm not surprised in Bengals playbook, obviously. Okay. I could have expected the underneath, but that should wasted a lot of clock. They gambled there quite a bit. So, again, we'll stay in cover 4. They're going to spike it, though, it looks like. They might have 1 or 2 more plays here at the end zone. 10 seconds left. Man, we're not blitzing. We are definitely not blitzing. I almost want to play prevent defense. Is that too early to do that? I think I'm going to. Man zone. I'm going to play prevent defense, man. Because, like, at this point, they need the end zone, right? So, they might get something underneath, but we can come tackle them in the open field. Maybe they get something out of bounds as well. That wouldn't surprise me either. But, oh my gosh, that's going to be the ball game. That's got to be the ball game, right? 5 seconds left. There's no way they get the ball hiked in time. That's it. Prevent defense worked. Duvernay, if he would have yacked that to the end zone, I would have been pissed off at myself. But that is going to be your ball game. We beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl 17-13. The Bengals made it kind of scary there for a second, but thankfully we got the stop. I will see y'all in the next one. Did not expect to turn the Saints around this fast, but it worked out that way. Thank y'all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.